Some people consider their scars a badge of honor, but for others, scars are a constant, painful reminder. Now, there's a safe advanced therapy that can help, and it's called InviCible Scars. CEO Roland Hoffman is here to tell us all about it. Roland, it's great to have you here.
Thank you very much. My pleasure.
So first, tell us how a product like InviCible Scars came to life.
My partner, Dr. Crisopolo, who's a nationally recognized reconstructive surgeon, rebuilds women's breasts after mastectomies, and he leaves a lot of scars when he does that. So years ago, he started doing research into the marketplace to find something that he could recommend in good conscience, and he came up very short. He found that most products were either clever marketing, or the included ingredients weren't very safe, or they missed some key ingredients to make the scar better. So he ended up developing his own and had a few false starts because the technology wasn't there yet. And then 2 or 3 years ago, we connected, hired a team of top-notch chemists, and stabilized the formulation, came up with it, and decided to market it. So that's how it came about.
And so what makes this treatment so unique?
I mentioned that the ingredients are important, and that's really what it comes down to. InviCible Scars contains all of the things that you would want in a scar cream, and it contains none of the things that you want to avoid putting on your skin. It's hypoallergenic. It doesn't include fragrances, it doesn't include preservatives, it doesn't include a number of things that are just dangerous and, like I said, you really want to avoid.
And actually, we have Dr. Crisopolo himself to explain InviCible Scars.
InviCible Scars is an effective, advanced scar treatment that helps fade surgical scars, acne scars, stretch marks, and also decreases pigmentation like brown spots and age spots.
And so, Roland, InviCible Scars really does treat all kinds of imperfections?
Yes, absolutely. It treats any rip in the skin that would form a scar or any imperfection in the skin that is caused by hyperpigmentation. So the obvious surgical scars, and facial scars, acne scars, burn scars, but also brown spots, age spots, which are caused by hyperpigmentation, and sun exposure are something that InviCible Scars will treat.
And what about for kids? Is this something that's safe for them to use?
Oh, absolutely. We use it on our 2-year-old. You know, and sometimes he'll fall and he'll scrape himself. Not too long ago, he had a little nick here that was actually going to form a scar, and it's gone, nowhere to be seen.
And describe for us, if you can, the treatment process itself. How often do you need to apply the cream?
Ideally, apply it twice a day. If you have a scar that is more problematic, you might even try it 3 times a day. Scars that are younger than 2 years old will heal faster than scars that are older than 2 years. The more often you apply it, the better it is. Most of our customers find that the pigmentation issues are resolved first, and you might see results after as little as 10 days, maybe 2 weeks. Texture issues, if it's raised or a little knotted or hard, might take a little longer. That might take a month or 2.
Now, you mentioned older scars, so this is something that you could use on something that may be over 2 years old?
Yeah, and we were not sure when we first launched the cream, so we were careful about marketing it that way. But then our customers who would use it on younger scars started using it on their older scars, and we got excellent feedback. Some people using it on scars 13, 15 years old, and they see a tremendous difference.
And you've said that it's worked for your son, who's 2.5, but
yeah.
Have there been any other success stories that have stuck with you?
There's a lot of them. Speaking of 2-year-olds, there was a 2-year-old who had second-degree burns on his hands, and he was using it, and after 2 or 3 months, his hands were actually looking a lot better. And especially for children, you don't want to send them into life with a handicap like that, where it's an invisible place, or maybe your face. A good friend of mine has a girlfriend who had open heart surgery. She's been using it. The scar is still fresh, but after a month of using it, she's seen tremendous improvement. C-section, my wife had a C-section, and her scar went hypertrophic, so it made a big difference. It's just, you mentioned earlier, badge of honor versus something that you don't want to necessarily see every day. Yeah, the story will always be there, but maybe you don't want to share it with the world every day, every single moment.
Well, Roland, this sounds like a product that could really help a lot of people, a broad range, like you said, C-section, burns, children. So
right.
Thank you so much for coming in and telling us about how it works. And maybe it will work for you too. Now, you can learn much more by calling 1-866-967-2613, logging on to InviCiblescars.com, and you can even find them on Facebook and Twitter.